Nancy Kowalik. I'm your Main Street real estate agent, and today we are on site at Naples Pizzeria and Restaurant, and now bar, which is phenomenal. I'm here with Anthony Romeo, who is the visionary of this beautiful space here, but the family was really where it all began, right? So first, thanks for being here.
Of course.
Or letting us be here, I should say.
Absolutely.
And you even put on my blue. Like, I saw the blue color, I was like, oh, Anthony. So I feel very much at home here.
That's it. Nice.
You always do everything you can to make us feel at home.
That's it. That's what we're here for.
That's why we come back all the time.
Nice.
Yep. So I've been here 30 years. How long has Naples been in town?
So Naples has started in 1996.
Okay.
And our old location at the old mill.
Yep.
My father opened that up in 96. Me, my brother, and my sister, we took it over in 2002.
Okay.
We just built the business, and we had a vision of we need to get bigger.
Yeah.
We need more parking. We need more space. We need more seating.
Yes. And so the old mill is a gorgeous old building in town. Like Mullica Hill is known for its old red barns, right? And so the old mill is an old red barn. That's where you were. I always loved the food. Didn't love the atmosphere. It was a little,
Mm-hmm.
So when I knew you were opening across the street in a restaurant with a bar, I was a little excited, if I might say. But what you've done here, I mean, you were always a part of this community and a fabric, but now you've really become the centerpiece for this community. Walking distance for me, phenomenal, right? So the great thing about Main Street. But this is always the center, the hub of what's going on in town when there's events in town, and even when there's not, frankly. I mean, this is a place where you can always find people. But tell me a little bit about, so it was not just a hop, skip, and a jump. You bought an old building, and what happened after that? So tell me a little bit about that.
So it all started with, as you just said, when we were at the old mill, it wasn't our forte. It wasn't what we stood for. We were maxed out at what we can do. We were limited on what we could do to the building. Our hands were tied with the landlord. So my brother, my sister, myself, we sat down and we said, we got to do something. This isn't us. We need to get bigger. We need to build a place that we put our heart and designing and do what we want to do, build for us. So we just came across the family who had owned the warehouse. Very, very, very nice family. I know their children for years. I grew up with the one kid. Just started talking, and my address went from 1 South Main to 2 South Main. I couldn't get any better. You make a right in a parking lot, you make a left in a parking lot. So when we purchased this building here, it was game on. We were able to do what we wanted with as far as construction on the interior, do our own design, build the kitchen we wanted. We went from a kitchen that was 118 degrees on summer days to now it's a nice, comfortable work area. Beautiful, everything's, I want to kind of say state of the art, but it's phenomenal. Yeah, everything's all nice, open, clean. We have windows all the way around the whole kitchen. We encourage people to look into the kitchen, see what we're doing, watch us prepare your food. We have nothing to hide. We use top quality. It's the cleanest environment you can imagine. It's what you want. You want to see where your food's coming from, and that's what we wanted to do.
And so the family it's Ubi and Maria.
Ubi and Maria, that's correct.
Ubi and Maria, and then your folks are here often too. Your dad's here.
Yes, you'll see my dad floating around here. He's we call him the big cheese. He walks around, managing everything, but in reality, he's just there. He does his thing.
He's soaking it in. Like I know he's so proud of everything
that
built here, and I mean it's great to come in and. You're always treated like family, like honestly, and sometimes that's not a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Right, we're Italian, so I can say
that's
that.
It, yeah.
but
trust me, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a family here. You're here, and it's funny when I rebuilt my business and put everything into it. I'm there as more than I'm home. You're clearly here more than you're home.
Oh,
You're here all day, every day.
Oh yeah, like last night, for example, I was home for 4 hours.
Yeah, right. So it's got to be accommodating and comfortable and warm. And this is even the height of graduation season right now. So I guess I say thank you for I know you guys are nuts. I'm seeing trucks leave the driveway with food.
Oh yeah,
everything's going on.
We already had 2 orders going out.
Yes.
We're working on a bunch more. We got banquets coming in. So yeah, we're busy and we're thankful for everything we've done.
Yeah, you even have a truck, or I'm just gonna say is it something a movable Naples?
Yes, it's our mobile kitchen we call it.
There you go.
It's Naples on the go.
Okay.
We did an event actually last week. We served 80 people. It's a mobile kitchen. We can pretty much do anything out of that food truck that we can do out of here pretty much.
Right. And so here you've got bar food. Of course, you've got wonderful traditional Italian dishes, and then with the spin, my favorite's always the vodka sauce. If you come here, you must try it. I'm just saying. But
there's 8 trays going out as we speak.
There you go. It's addictive. I don't know what you put in there, but every time I have it, it's like, oh, I got to have it again and again.
Yeah.
And it's not the same in other places. I'm just saying. There's some.
It all starts with your homemade tomato sauce. That's what it is.
That's the secret.
Mhm.
All right, so I learned a little something secret here. That's good.
Yes.
And I love I mean, the bar is such a warm and inviting place. And Anthony, I never knew you, when I found out you did the work here, you guys designed this, I was floored because you did such an amazing job. It's warm, it's comfortable. I didn't know you had that side to you.
Yeah. Well, I've always liked designing, and this would be like my second, we'll say, large construction, we'll call it.
Right.
And yeah, we pretty much we design everything ourselves as far as putting everything together, architecturally, as designs, decor, and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't want to put this crazy huge bar.
Right.
Because we still want it to feel like a hometown small little bar where it's still family oriented. You're coming here, you're not having, you can feel comfortable bringing in your kids, and you're not going to have people, with foul language or whatnot, and you feel uncomfortable for your kids.
Right.
Still a bar where you come in with your family and you can have a great meal, a couple of drinks, and hang out.
Yes. And I was saying, it's perfect, because after my open houses on Sunday, I like to pop in and grab something at the bar to take the edge off just before I head home and start the week again.
Oh, yeah.
And there's always friendly faces in here. It's really nice.
Oh, yeah.
The bartenders all know you. You walk in and they take good care of you. It's nice to be a regular.
Exactly, and that's what we want. I mean, that we do have our regulars, and it's like it's a town community meeting center.
It is.
If it's a Saturday, Friday, Thursday, whatever you want to call it, whatever day you're bored, you're home sitting down doing nothing, swing by Naples, you're running into somebody and you'll find something to do. That's the bottom line.
And it's always good stuff to do, just saying.
Oh, yeah.
There's an upstairs too for overflow, and I will say, when I first came in here, I remember the first time thinking, geez, I wish there was more tables. But it does, because there are nights when it is really crowded, but most of the time you come in here, it's very comfortable, and it's always welcoming.
Yeah, I mean, obviously our vision was try and make it a little bit bigger, but unfortunately the way the building, it's a historic building, the way it's set up on the property line as far as with the hillside and whatnot, we're kind of maxed out with the footprint downstairs.
Got it.
So that's why originally when the original plans came out was to just do this one section as a bar.
Right.
I won't forget it, one night I was leaving here, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm sitting in the parking lot. It's a lot of investment for a little property, we gotta figure something out.
Right.
I just sat there in the parking lot, stared at the building for like 20 minutes. I said, what if I go up?
There you go.
It's like skyscraper idea,
Right.
City ideas.
Yeah.
Can't go wide, can't go front, but you can go up.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. Called the architect, I said, listen, I have an idea, we need to change our plans. So we changed everything, we put a whole second floor on top of it.
Right.
And that's now where we do overflow seating, we do banquets, we do private events as far as like business meetings. People come in and if they want to introduce a new product to their company.
Yeah.
We do a lot of pharmaceutical
nice.
meetings, absolutely, yeah. We've done a couple brokers as well where they come in for real estate, where they want to meet and greet their clients.
Yeah. And political parties, right? So a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's awesome to see all of that here. And I think one of the things I love too, so I used to always come in with my bottle of wine. But you price things so that you can enjoy them. So I don't have to sit here and think, oh God, if I'm going to go in there and have wine, I'm going to end up spending a fortune. It's well priced, it's competitively priced, and it's good wine.
Oh yeah.
Which I love.
Our house wine is Josh wine.
Yeah.
Josh, one of their main brokers, contacted me, and they weren't too fond of them being a house wine.
Okay.
Because typically your house wine is an entry wine.
Right.
Your $9, $10 glass.
Something that you kind of go,
yeah, $9, $10 glass. Josh wants their certain wine to be at a certain price point.
Right.
So I sat down with them. I made it very nice and clear to them. I said, well, what do you care what I sell it at if I'm buying it from you?
Amen.
And that's where we went. And they're like, I like the way you think. I said, listen. I said, we're in Mullica Hill. It's a great town. As I call this my home. I spent more of my life here than I did when I actually grew up.
Absolutely.
And I said, I want to offer a great house wine. And Josh was one of my favorite wines personally.
Yeah.
So when they seen the establishment, what we were doing, they're like, we stand by. Now I'm one of, I sell a lot of, I'm one of their top sellers in the area.
Nice. I have no surprise there.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I love it. I love that vision, and I love the fact that you're like, it's like, this is my place, and I want what I want.
Exactly.
And that's felt here, because if you stick true to your vision, they will come.
Exactly. I mean, they want me to put a bag in a box, I call it, the bag in a box wine, and sell it at $9 a glass. Well, why would I do that when I could get you a glass of Josh for 75 cents more?
Right. No, I love it. I enjoy it. I come in here. And so I think one of the other things is, as a Main Street resident, right, so I love being able to walk down here, and I talk about that a lot. When there's events in town, you always go the extra mile and you allow people to come into this parking lot and put extra things in this parking lot. It draws,
Absolutely.
sometimes I feel like it possibly draws away from your business, but then they're also exploring the town. You're meeting new people and they're having a new experience.
Right, exactly. So we are fortunate enough that we are very busy, but days and events like you said, there are days where, yes, it does draw people away from Naples.
It does.
But at the end of the day, that's what being a part of the community is.
It is.
It's not about me, I. It's
Right.
working with the community, everyone works together. So yes, if I have to lose business for that day or so, just to get people in town, and guess what? They might walk by your shop and say, oh, Nancy Kowalik, she's a realtor, or go down here, or there's a coffee, or this, or everyone works together, or there's a new antique shop. That's what it's all about. Because then the next time they come down, we get that foot traffic from Mullica Hill is what we wanted.
That's what I love, the synergy, and you get that. The synergy of this Main Street, there's enough for everybody. We all draw new people into town, and it helps cement the community as it feels.
And it's definitely getting much better. Like even on my way to work today, I'm traveling in by like 8 o'clock. And I'm already seeing people walking up and down the street.
I know.
That's great.
I know.
I mean, I think
amazing.
that's phenomenal.
It really is. It's as a resident of Main Street as well, I'm outside playing with my flowers and everything, and I see people out on their bikes and walking, and then tons of traffic coming out here, which is not, just good traffic. People passing through. You've got bookends, you've got farmers market on one end, you've got the antique shops on the other end and whatnot, and you're right in the middle. Everybody has to go right by.
And that was one of our things when we originally started the bar was we spent a lot of time doing a lot of research on, we wanted to keep that. And the reason I bring that up, it makes me smile come through that, because we're not here till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then bar lets out. You just see mobs of people going up and down the street causing chaos. This is a residential area. A lot of people live on this street. When we close, it's still nice and quiet. You can go outside, hear a pin drop. And that's what we always wanted. We didn't want any trouble. It wanted to be still a community of family oriented. That was the main thing.
No, it is, and you succeeded beautifully. So one of the other things is, I think when you started to do this development project, there was some give and take with the town, right? So there was also some investment with the town in terms of redevelopment, right?
Yes.
And so the thing that I think I love about our main streets, it's hard to put out all of that cash. It's hard to put all of those things down and double down, but the community also doubled down with you, which I think is tremendous, right? I know there's lots of pain when you're dealing with a historic building and you're dealing with redevelopment and you're dealing with all these regulations, but ultimately it was a community effort to kind of, in conjunction with the town, to get you here and up and running.
Oh, absolutely, especially us here. Like a lot of places on this town, they've done the redevelopment, but we were the veterans of the redevelopment because we were one of the first redevelopment plans to ever be introduced, as well as the first bar.
Right. That was a big deal.
That was a huge deal.
Right.
So it was a learning experience for the township and us.
Yes.
So we worked side by side. I can say everything went very well. It was a smooth transition. It was just a lot of learning because obviously they weren't educated because they had never had a bar in town.
Right.
And we were new to the town as far as the bar aspect.
Yes.
So it was a good collaboration. We both went into the project knowing we're going to be working together. Let's get this done. Let's work together. And it worked out really, really well.
Such a beautiful blend of public and private, and we're all the beneficiaries. And seeing you here every day with that smiling face,
That's it.
is amazing. Anything else you'd like to share?
No, we pretty much, like I said, we're here. We're open 6 days a week. We want to be a huge part of the community. I think that's one of the main things, and we want to make memories here. We want kids to grow up and say, I remember when I was first built, I was there.
Or it was my first job. My son Jared's first job was here.
And my favorite is when people turn 21 and they come in.
Yes.
That's my.
There you go. It's cool. It's awesome, and it's just to see the growth here. You're either growing or dying. I'm a firm believer.
Oh, yeah.
The community is growing. You're a centerpiece of helping that growth, and that's really amazing.
Oh, absolutely. Especially Main Street here. Main Street is the main focal point of this town, and it's fabulous. I mean, it's like if you go out there now, there's people wandering up and down the streets. It's interesting.
It is.
I think we're getting to what we've been trying to accomplish for the last 20 years, we'll call it,
I would
if
agree.
not more.
I would agree. I moved to this town with that kind of vision, and it's taken time. But now we've really picked up steam.
Oh yeah, because it kind of went down. It was up. We'll say in the 90s, early 2000s, it kind of swooped down. But now it's definitely uprising.
Right, it's a reimagine. There's lots of different people coming into the area with different kinds of shops, not just antiques.
New ideas,
so new
yes,
ideas,
yes.
which is amazing to see. So I know that I'm sure we'll continue to see new ideas out of this place. I love that you've always got a drink of the day out there, which I share just about every day.
Yes.
So there's always a reason to come in here. And yeah, did you want to?
You know, it's a great town, and the events they have in town is so good. One of the business owners in town is dying to go out there and do it, but he can't because we're in here working because we're always busy.
Right.
But I'm always like, I always tell the wife and family, like, listen, one day we just gotta go up and down Main Street and travel because it looks so, it's amazing, it looks fun. You know, it looks like you could literally spend all day up and down Main Street, find something new and different every time.
You definitely could. I find myself doing that more and more.
Oh yeah.
And it's nice. And you should give yourself that break. I know you take a week off around 4th of July usually, right?
Yes,
That's
yes.
the family holiday?
Yes.
And you kind of get out of town, which makes sense to me.
Yeah, well,
Right.
we don't go too far because it's gotta protect the baby.
Right. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's nice. Well, Anthony, again, I want to say thank you so much for everything you've
Absolutely.
done here, for your great attitude and what you've brought to this community, and for taking your time with me today.
Of course, anytime, you know that.
I know. You're a
Well,
good
thank you, Nancy.
Yeah,
we
thank you, my
appreciate
friend.
you guys stopping by.
Absolutely. Again, I'm Nancy Kowalik, your Main Street real estate agent here with Anthony Romeo at Naples in the center of Mullica Hill. Please, thanks for stopping by. Go out and make it a great day.